think that is something. It is not important to them that people look at them and they only see.
That's the question. Yeah, shades.
Just put your slides.
Wait. Sorry.
What?
The stuff I deleted will show in that video. It will show at the beginning of the video. Don't worry, Sha. So good morning, good afternoon. I hope you can hear me clearly now. So if you can hear me clearly, just drop a message at the chat section. Can you hear me clearly? Hi. Yeah, good afternoon, Al Hazan. Can you hear me clearly now? Double G. Yeah, Sharon Olabi. Good afternoon. Solomon. Yeah, Latifat. So you can hear me clearly now. Yeah, sorry for the technical issue that happened the other time. Okay, yeah. Deoshu, you can hear me clearly now. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So, in this section, part of our training for today, I'll be taking you through data, which is the fuel of AI. Yeah, so I'll be explaining what data actually mean, the importance and the contributions of the use of data to artificial intelligence. So it is very important, and is a very important part of it. Is like without blood, what can we do as human? So we need blood. So the same way AI need data. So it is very important. So those are the things. And from your, I was actually part of your morning class, and I'm sure you guys actually enjoyed the class. I saw that from your messages. Uh, um, can I get for to check the messages? So if you're online with us, just introduce yourself. Let me know the district you belong, your name and your district. So let me know those that are actually representing more. Yes, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this second part of the training session for today. Yeah, the attendance will be posted by the admin. Just be patient. Yeah, so let me know which districts do you belong. Yes, I want to know. So you can just put that on the chat. Yeah, thank you. Choma said yes, we did. Of course, I know you enjoyed that morning session. Yes. Yeah. Sheon, good afternoon. Abubakar, good afternoon. Yeah, Solomon. Yeah. So, okay. Al Azan from District 1. Yeah, that's nice. Then Global Resources from, that's Akman Shi from District 2. Yeah, I get that. Sadiq, District 5. Temitope District 1, Gift from District 2. That is nice. Yeah, that is nice. That is nice. Yeah, the attendance have been posted. So I'll click on the link to mark your attendance. And in case it's not clickable, just copy that link and paste it on any of your browser. So for you to be able to mark the attendance is very important. So it has been pinned on the live chat too. You can just get it from there. So yeah, we have Goodwill from District 4. Faith from District 2, yeah, and Ikechukwu from District 2 as well, yeah. Um, of course, we're going to start very soon. Let's wait for uh, those that are still introducing themselves and for those that are still trying to join us. Yeah, Mary, good afternoon. Yeah, Samuel from District 1, thank you for joining. Joseph from District 4, nice having you. Bankole from District 2, yeah. Adeniyi from District 1, it's like District 1 are really representing, yes. Nice having you all. Yeah, Odutayo from District 1. So we'll be starting the training session fully very soon. So Juliet is from District 4. Yeah, nice having you here, Juliet. And Adenike from District 1. Good news. We enjoyed the last session and hope to enjoy this more. Sure, you're going to enjoy this and other session as well coming up on Monday. So, like I said earlier, um, don't allow the training to end just like that. Now, this will serve as a foundation for you. So, and you can't just lay a foundation and build nothing on it. No. So, when a foundation has been laid, there's need for you to start building on it. So, and the best way to actually build on it is by engaging in self-learning. Don't don't let the training end like that. You build on it. You leverage on available tools, available platform and channels like YouTube, like uh, other learning platform. Make use of your ChatGPT to learn, not just to be doing to be using it to answer your to do your assignments. No, as in let it give you an idea. Don't let it replace you. So that is the usefulness of all these platform. You watch YouTube, you want to learn new things, learn how to do it on YouTube. Yes, you can. And the beautiful thing about it is that many of these learning platform, you have free version that you can leverage on. So the issue of, oh, I don't have money, no. So please ensure that you start building on this foundation, these solid foundations that have been laid for you. Build on it. Continue learning. You can't stop learning. The more you live, the more you learn. Just like the words of Wale Adenuga. So you don't give up on learning. So you continue learning every day. Yeah. Precious, you're welcome. Elizabeth. Yeah, thank you. Um, All right, Joy District 5. So today, as you can see, we'll be talking about data, the fuel of AI. And like I've said earlier, as in without fuel in a car, except if the car is an electric. And even for electric cars, if you don't charge it, you can't use it. It won't work. So without blood in our body as human, there's no way we can actually function. There's no way. And that is one of the reasons why medically, even if there is a shortage of blood, that person will not be, as in the individual will not be fine. You have to, as in, you have to like take additional blood. So blood, the way blood is to our body system, the way fuel is to a car, uh, that's the same way data is to what? To artificial intelligence. So for artificial intelligence to work properly, to work promptly, it actually requires what? Data. And somebody asked a question, which is where I'm going to start from. In the last session, that is it true that a computer or AI will replace human? It is not possible. And you know what? The dumbest man in this world is still more intelligent than a computer. Why? Because computer cannot function, as in even robots cannot function on its own. It's based on what the inputs of fellow human beings like us. That is what makes them to be what? To be able to function well. So you now, okay, you are hungry, you know. You don't need anybody to tell you that you are hungry, or anybody to tell you that okay, once it is 2, you should be hungry, you should go and eat. You might be hungry by 11, then you get up. So you can decide on your own. You can think for yourself. You can take actions for yourself, which computer cannot do. So that is why you are the one that will not allow computer or artificial intelligence or the new technologies to replace you. So you have to keep learning, and that is one of the key reasons why you don't allow the training to end. You keep learning. Leverage on the use of technology. Learn how to use new technologies. You don't just stay on social media following the trend of dancing. No, you follow the trend of okay, what is trending in technology. Okay, I want to learn how this AI work, how to use it efficiently, effectively. I want to become a professional in it. You are not too young. You have many of your age mates, even in Nigeria, in same Nigeria, that are already developing mobile application, building software. So this is a foundation. Please leverage on it. Now, we're going to understand artificial intelligence, how it works, and why data is essential for its what? Its success. Um, Now, um, let's play. We're going to quickly play a game. Oh, yeah, the attendance have been pinned. Just click on that, the pin message, then you get the link. Yes, some people have actually submitted their own attendance. So, but of course, in the course of the training, the admin will also still help us to post it again. So now we're going to let's play a game to determine what is AI and what isn't. So now I'm going to show you some things, and I would like you to like just put it on the chart. The one you can identify as AI and the one that you know that oh, this one is not AI. You can just put the name there. Guess if the items are based on AI technology or not. So I'm sure you are ready. Yeah, if you are ready, just drop it on the chat that I am ready. I just need 10 before I will move to the next slide for me to show you. I am ready. Yes, just put it there. Are you ready? Yeah, of course I have seen I've seen that. I know some of you have submitted your attendance. Yes, that's good. Thank you for doing that. So now, okay. Oh, Alazan, for you to make it faster, we are ready. All right, that's nice. Yeah. All right, I have more than 10 now. All right, let's go. We are ready. Yeah. So, we have 8 images there. So, just pick just name one that is AI. So if it is the calculator that is AI or is not AI, just drop it. Calculator AI or calculator is not AI. So if it is face filter, if it is the electric fan, YouTube recommendation, the Netflix film recommendation, Google Translator, that is number 8. Um, so just drop it on the chat. So you Munirat, you said Netflix. So what is Netflix? Is it AI or is not AI? So just indicate calculator. Okay, Aziza said calculator is AI. Oh, are you sure? All right, all right, all right. Ibrahim said self-driving car is AI. Are you sure? All right. Okay. FF Lord said Siri, Google Assistant. Okay, so just write the name, the number of AI, the numbers that are AI, maybe like 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. Write the okay, Alazan. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Sheung 1248 are AI. All right, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just write the numbers of those that are AI and the numbers of those. So if 1, 2, 3, 4 are AI, just write 1, 2, 3, 4 are AI, just like Sheung has done. So, all right. So we're going to move on. So thank you all. Now, for the ones that are AI, I'm going to give you the numbers of the ones that are AI. Number one, number two, number three, uh, number four, number eight, number seven. Yeah. So now the ones that are not AI, number five is not AI. Number six is not AI. Now, let me give you the reason. Let me quickly explain something to you. The reason why these ones are not AI is because they can't retain whatever informations you give to them. They can't store it. So there's no way to process it for the second. As in, if, for example, the calculator, okay, let me use calculator and the fan, for example. The fan, it is just program on and off. Now, anytime you want to use it, you on it. Anytime you are done, you off it. The calculator, anytime you want to run any calculation, you input it. And once you are done, that is now if for example just like okay 21 divided by 3, you get your answer. Now if you want to run that again, you have to input the numbers again. So that is why it is not what it is not AI. But talking about the Google Translator, anytime you enter your information, probably you want to translate some words to another language. Once you enter that word, you already get the version of the language that you actually want to translate to. That is the way. And even self-driving cars as well, it is AI driven. The reason is because you don't need to enter the car, you just be using remote, and it's going to be networking through the roads itself. So that is another reason why that one is what it is AI. So for those of you that probably missed one or two, you really tried. Good of you. I'm so much proud of you. So now let's move on. That's a little tester for us. Yeah, understanding artificial intelligence, simplifying AI, everyday examples and analogies to human intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is computer systems designed to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, like recognizing speech or making decisions. Now, think of AI as technology that learns and adapts, similar to how we learn from experiences. Now, that is one thing that makes AI different from the normal like for example that makes uh, the self-driving cars different from our fan or our calculator, our basic calculators. The reason is because now if a car goes through maybe some roads around Badagry, now it's going to store the information. Anytime you want that particular car to go through Badagry again, you already stored and learn from the first experience the route to that particular destination. That is one thing about artificial intelligence. Just like the way human too, the way we learn from our experiences. Like okay, probably oh you want to cook something now, and you put it on your cooker, and within okay, for example, the time is going to take you to prepare rice it's going to be different from the time it's going to take you to what to prepare beans. I'm using food because I know you all like food. I know you enjoy that. So now you learn the reason is because most of you nobody probably you are not even informed about that, but you learn that from your experience. When you were preparing rice, probably you spent like within 20 minutes the rice is done. But beans, 20 minutes, 25. At the end of the day, you have to wait till around 40 minutes. Now, anytime you want to, when next you want to prepare beans, you now prepare your mind that, oh, it's going to take me like 40 minutes. Why? Because you learn from your experience. That's the same thing. That's the same way. That is what is actually applicable when it comes to what AI. So it's actually retain and learn and adapt similar to how we human too learn from our experience. So thank you. All right, blessing. Thank you too. Yeah, if your man said is true. Yeah, thank you. So now let's move on. Now, every day we have examples like our chatbots, our YouTube recommendations, and Google Maps prediction, traffic, and now I'm sure some of you must have wondered that how does this Google stuff work that to predict weather, that tomorrow around this time it's going to be cloudy, it's going to be sunny. Yes, it is due to what the use of artificial intelligence. Yes, the same process by which Netflix too use in what in recommending, oh, somebody this is the trending movies that people are watching, and you're like, oh, how does he know that people are watching this movie at this particular area at this particular time, and you are not watching the movie? You're like, oh, you just assume that because I'm not watching, everybody too are not watching. No, now, the AI is actually gathering the number of people that are watching, and that is what is going to use that, okay, to measure to do the statistics that, okay, for this particular movie, the number of people watching it is really high, and it's now going to recommend that, oh, of course, if the movie is not interesting, people will not be watching. So, and even if it is okay, your own is not, your kind of movie is not maybe it's all these horror movies. Now it's going to give you as in the trending one based on that category as well. And even if it is all this action movie that is your own, it's going to give you your own recommendation. So all these things are actually programmed, and it's because AI actually store data, information to give you accurate what prediction. So AI is like a student who keeps learning from every class they attend. Yes. So every information, every data you put on it, it actually retain it and also learn from it. So it is now left to you to be a good, don't be like a student that doesn't learn. Yes. So you have to keep learning the same way AI is actually emulating you, is taking after you, is being programmed to be like us, but it can never be like human. So that is why they try as much as possible to update this every day. The role of data. Now, understanding how data powers artificial intelligence systems and their outcomes. Data gives meaning to algorithms and helps them learn. Different types of data, such as images, text, and numbers, can significantly influence the effectiveness of AI system. Now, let me now break it down. Talking about this data, what are we actually? I'm sure some of you, for those that listen to news among you, even recently, our President Tinubu said recently that data is the new oil well for Nigeria. Yes, and the reason is because of our population, which is our biggest strength, or let me say one of our strengths. Now, when we're talking about data example of the data is your information, like okay, your biodata. Now, you have a social media handle. Before you can make use of a Facebook, you have to supply some information. That is your data. And uh, when you click on submit, when you are at the process of registering, signing up, when you click on submit, they give you, as in, there is a privacy policy, there is a terms and conditions, those things that you are expected to read on how your data being collected will be used. But I'm sure, as a 99.9 of those of you here, you just ignore that terms and condition, you don't read it. And it is very important whenever you are signing up to anything online, make sure that you go through their privacy policy and terms and condition, so you know how they make use of your data, your information. It is very important. So now, talking about data, it gives meaning to what? To algorithms, and helps them to what? To learn. So in the process, they capture your location, they capture those vital information about you, and when making recommendation for you, they as in they know they tailor it to your need. And that is why some of you, for example, some of those things, you just notice that some of those things that you probably search on Google, or some of those things that you engage yourself with, and when you go back to Facebook, you start seeing adverts that is actually related to that particular thing. Why? Because they've collected your information. Now, anything you do, they've gotten your email, and some of those services, you access it with your email. So now, when you come back to Facebook have already have an idea of what you want or what you are doing. So for you to learn more on that particular thing, they now bring related adverts to you, and that is how it works. So data is very important when you supply information. And don't forget, even recently there is I came across the news where the CEO of ChatGPT said informations being put on ChatGPT can also be used will also be used by ChatGPT to give other people information. So if you are supplying a data online, now don't forget that same online is where people come to fetch for information. So that data is what they are actually leveraging on. So the data you give is what okay, some of you said you have question. Just hold on, I'll still get to that question time. So now, data is the information that an AI system uses to learn, make decisions, and improve over time. So without data, there's nothing that AI can actually leverage on. Yes, because you need information. Where is that information comes from? Yes, it actually comes from you enter you prompt AI to give you some to guide you on some things. But don't forget that even your prompts, those data that you submit will be stored, will be used to fetch information, to supply information to other people as well. Now you are using electric car. Electric car actually passes through a location. Now that location have already been stored. So when next the electric car actually wants to move, as in go to a similar location, then it's going to use that route that have been stored previously. So that is how it works, and it can be numbers. Now, some of you, you always assume that, oh, when we talk about data, data can only be text. No, it can be text, it can be numbers, it can be images, it can be audio, it can be videos. And that is why, that is why when you go online, like social media platforms like Instagram, like YouTube, like TikTok, that is more of videos. You can search for any videos, you will see it there. It will come up. So those are examples of what? Data. Yes. So algorithm in AI and computer science, an algorithm is simply a set of step-by-step instructions a computer follows to solve a problem or complete a task. Now, when we talk about algorithm, is a step by step. So, okay, from step 1 to step 2, from step 2 to step 3. As in, like when you enter a bus, you are going to bus stop 10. It is not possible you stop at bus stop 5. No, you have to wait. So from bus stop 1 to bus stop 2, the bus will get to each of those bus stops before getting to bus stop 10 that you want to drop from the bus. So it is a step by step, and that is what we call algorithm. All right, so let's move on. Now I'm going to I'll go through your questions later. So let's complete the training sessions. Now, understanding machine learning, of course, that is what you did in your first training session, but I'm going to talk briefly there about it. About machine learning follows a simple three-step process: collect data, train the model, and make predictions based on that data. Collect data, train the model, and make predictions based on that data. So, for example, training a model to recognize cats in pictures involves gathering many cat images to learn from. So, and that is why, as in, for example, for some of you that probably you yourself or your parents make use of, they are using Android, that instead of using a pin to unlock, you use face recognition. That is a practical example of what machine learning. So the machine have already stored information about your face. So anytime you point the phone to your face, definitely is going to what? Unlock. So it actually collects the data, train the model, and make what? As in carry out the task. That is how it actually work for machine learning. Now, how data feeds AI. So, how data feeds AI? Collect data. The data, like I said earlier, the data can be in form of text, in form of images, in form of videos. Now, after collecting the data, the next step is prepare data. Now, it's going to clean it up, label it, categorize it, and organize it. Yes, so that is the second stage. Now, the third then is now going to move to the third stage, which is train the AI model. So expose model to uh, cat and compare to data and compare data to what? To desired results. So at the end of the day, okay, what do you need? You supply me the informations that you need. I will process it, then I will give you what you actually want, the desired what result. Then test the model, check if the model works how it is expected to. So now where does AI get data from? That's another big question we should ask ourselves, and which many of you are already asking yourself. Where does it get data from? Now, and listening to what I've said earlier, I'm sure many of you already have an idea of, oh, this is where the data is actually coming from. Oh, the data can actually be sourced through these means or through these means as well. Now, websites and apps, that's number one area. Leveraging on our posts on social media, our use of e-commerce websites. And of course, what is e-commerce websites? Anyone that knows what e-commerce is, just drop it on the chat. Let me know. I'm sure you know what social media is. I heard some of you, in short, mentioning something that is completely strange to me, the strange social media. So maybe when it is time for me to learn a new social media platform, I will come to you. I'll reach out to you so you can. That Zangi, I don't know, maybe that one was actually developed in District 1 or District 2. So AI can actually get data from social media, from e-commerce. Okay, good. I mean, example of e-commerce is Jumia, correct? Correct. So so now another one is sensors, weather stations, traffic cameras. Now don't forget, some of those cameras are actually connected to internet. So the internet gets the information as well and store it and leverage on that to predict what? traffic. So whenever, okay, this is how it works. Okay, there's a camera and the camera is connected to internet. So once the traffic starts building up, artificial intelligence will leverage on that to inform others that have, as in that needs to pass through that area, that oh, at this particular area there's a traffic. That is what Google Maps will leverage on to inform you that oh, there's a traffic at this area. Why? Because there is traffic cameras that is connected to what? To internet. So it's not magic. It's not magic. So don't think, oh, this thing is this is a witch. Is a no. It's not magic. This is how that this is an example of how the whole thing is interconnected to each other. They fetch information and they disseminate the information to you. Then another means by which AI gets data is what? Through the people carrying. Okay, thank you, Aminu. AliExpress, yes. AliExpress is also an example of an e-commerce platform. So the people carrying out surveys, typed messages, use of search engines. Don't forget, like I said earlier, whatever information you put on Google, as in Google as a search engine, will not just give you what you want. It will store what you give it as well, because definitely knows it's going to be useful some other time for some other people. So the same way ChatGPT and other AI platforms still work, and that is what makes them different from all these others. So they store whatever information you give them, they store it. All the information you are putting, like chatting your friends on WhatsApp, all those messages that you are sending on social media, the internet is actually saving it. And those are the things they will leverage on to give you other informations that you may need. So moving on, now talking about good data and bad data. Do you even know that we have some data that are bad data and some are categorized as what? Good data. Examples of good data, as you can see, is correct, complete, and clear. So a good data must be correct, must be complete, and must be clear. So if any of this is actually missing, then it is not what? It is not a good data. But when it comes to a bad data, it is wrong. Something must be missing there, and definitely it will be confusing. So when it is wrong, when something is wrong, if something is missing or confusing, that is a what? That is a bad data. Because a good data must be correct, complete, and what? Clear. So example, good, that's age. Example of a good data. Age is supposed to be what? Something that is okay, like 15. But when you are getting a response for age to be what? To be banana, you know that that data is what? Is wrong. And of course, for example, you were asked to fill a form, like your registration form, and I saw some of you for, I think, for your district, some of you are putting something else there. That's an example of you are feeding the system a what? A bad data. Because, of course, as expected, your district is supposed to be either district 1, district 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. But in the case of districts, you're not putting phone number. That's a bad data. So bad data can make AI give what? Wrong answers. And that is why I said even the dumbest person in this world is still smarter than what? Computer. Because whatever you give, we are human. All these things are being developed by humans like us. So whatever human puts in them, that is what they give out. So when you give bad data to AI, to the system will give you what? Wrong answers. So that is why it is important that whatever data we are supplying, we supply good data. And like I said earlier, always make sure you go through terms and conditions. Know how they make use of your data for all this online. Don't just because I want to sign up on social media, they just put up your data. And be careful with the way you release some of your, especially your personal data. online is very, very important. Now, moving on, exciting AI trends. Yeah, discover how AI writing tools, self-driving cars, and healthcare are transforming our lives. I'm sure some of you must have seen all these electric cars. Now, if okay, thank you, Azan. A bad data absolutely give wrong information. You are right. Yeah. So, for those of you that have seen any of the electric cars before or self-driving cars, yes. If you have seen a self-driving cars, just drop it on the chat, and you can even drop the car model. Yes, you can drop the car model on the chat. Let me see some of you that have. Let me know some of you that have actually seen a self-driving cars before. Now, AI is actually reshaping industries. For example, AI writing tools assist in content creation, while self-driving cars promise safer roads. In healthcare, AI helps diagnose diseases, showcasing its growing importance in our daily lives. Now, let me break it down. When we talk about AI writing tools, it's actually help content creation. Now, this is how, and that is why we have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Don't use all these Copilot, ChatGPT, all these AI writing tools to replace your brain. No, they are not meant to replace your brain. They are meant to guide you, provide guidance to you. So whenever you have something and you are, it's kind of you are unable to get through, all you just need to do is come up with a prompt. There's something we call prompts, like a writing guide, as in something that you type on ChatGPT to give ChatGPT information of what you want. Now, is in form of a data as well. So you are supplying ChatGPT a data to direct it to what? To give you the necessary information based on your current need. Now, when you supply that information, it is meant to provide you guidance, not to replace. So some of you, the reason why I'm actually saying this is so that because of course I remember your last session, the facilitator gave you some prompts, and some of you were like, "Oh, please come again, give us again." So don't use that to replace your brain. Whenever you get that information from ChatGPT, okay, go through it. Let it guide you towards what reading. So even if you want to, if for example you want to, you register on some of these learning platform, then you go ahead and read. So when you have your assignments from school, don't put it on ChatGPT to give you answer. No. Of course, probably you were asked to answer questions from comprehension passage. Read that passage very well, then you answer it. So it's only things that you need guidance for that is not well explained in class or in any training centers. That is what you can now use the ChatGPT or any other ones to what to guide you through. And of course, you can use it to create content as well. You put the prompts there, and it's give you a guidance on how to go about writing. So you have to do the writing yourself. Don't let it do the writing for you. Just let it guide you. And talking about self-driving cars, now you can see when you have for a self-driving cars like that, it will not overspeed. That is one good thing because everything have actually been programmed. Now, one beautiful thing about it is that in some roads, especially outside Nigeria, probably in UK, UAE, or other developed countries too. Now, there are some place that you get to, the driving limit might be 70. So which means you can still, as in you can still do up to 70, from 60 up to 70, but don't exceed 70. Now, when the car gets to a section where the driving limit is 40, automatically it will reduce to 70, I mean to 40, and it will not exceed that 40. That's one beautiful thing of what all these self-driving cars, because that's the way it has been programmed. Unlike human, that we might decide to, okay, where we have 70 as limit, we even exceed 70. we even exceed 40 where we're supposed to limit it to 40. So that is one of the advantage. So it actually make our roads to be more safer. And even when they get to traffic lights, they obey traffic lights. When they see human crossing, they stop. Yes, that because that is the way it has actually been programmed. Lizzie said Korea. Have you been to Korea before? Okay, I've not been to Korea before, so I don't know. So moving on. Now, talking about ethics. Okay, yeah, let me quickly talk about how AI is actually helping us in our healthcare sector. Now, when you go to some of our hospitals, you realize that some of them are now they now have all these machines, all this scanner that even if they make use of any of these machine, they can detect any sickness, any disease in your body. So instead of using the traditional means of, oh, you collect blood, you go and run tests in the lab for days, they'll be running several tests before they can come to conclusion of what is actually wrong with the patient. As in within few minutes, this the machine will actually detect, and even we have some now that we not only detect, we even prescribe the solution. That is the way it works. So it has also helped us in our healthcare sector, as in to improve healthcare delivery. So it is not limited to education, it is not limited to self-driving cars, even in healthcare, in aviation, in some other sectors, AI is actually helping us. Now, talking about ethics in AI, understanding responsibility and fairness in artificial intelligence use is what's crucial. Now, and that is why I've said that before, and I will continue to say it each time it actually comes to my mind. Be careful the way you supply your information online. It is good that you sign up to those social media or any other training platform, but make sure you go through their terms and conditions on how they make use of your data before you supply such data. It is very important because there are so many platforms like now that are that are using people's data irresponsibly. So that is why it is very important. And one of the key challenges that we are battling with in AI has to do with ethics. The ethical use of what? AI. Are you using it for the right purpose? Are you using it for the right thing? The data you are supplying, make sure is the correct data for you to get correct information, because if you enter correct wrong data, it's not only going to affect you. Like I said earlier, AI stores informations, so it can actually store that wrong data and use it to supply wrong information to other people some other time. So that is why it is very important, the data you give, be careful and make sure you go through the terms and conditions, terms of use, and every other detailed information on how your data is being used. Now, talking about privacy, privacy is essential. Protecting personal information should always be a priority. It is very important. Don't joke with it. You might feel, oh, it's nothing today. And, like the saying goes, internet don't forget. Even in 20 years' time, people will fetch it out. Ah, you posted it sometimes ago. So your privacy is don't take your private life to social media, don't take to the internet, as in take it off the internet. It is very important. Number two, fairness ensures that AI treats everyone equally without discrimination or bias. Yes, it is expected that it actually treats everyone. Okay, for example, like the self-driving cars that I actually make reference to, when it gets to traffic light, it has to stop. Now, one important thing you should note is this: whether there's human there or there's anybody there that actually wants to cross the road or not, it is expected that stop. Yes. So you have to obey. The law is that once the light is red, stop. So whether anybody is crossing or not. So even if somebody is crossing, even if it is a baby, okay, the baby have already seen that okay, the light is green for the cars, so the cars have to stop. So irrespective whether you are rich or you are poor, you are white, you are black, you are short or tall, AI is expected to treat everyone equally. That is it. So without any discrimination or bias. Now, third one, responsibility means using AI wisely, ensuring it benefits society as a whole. It is expected of us as users of this new technology to what? To make sure we use it wisely. You don't just put up your informations, something that is private to you, you just put it up online. So it's like you are exposing yourself. You are exposing yourself. So you don't do that. So use it wisely. Use it to benefit yourself. Use it to benefit the society. When you are reading, when you are researching, when you are learning, have it at the back of your mind that, oh, I want to make use of this tool. I want to learn how to make use of this tool to better my society, to better my school, to make my school more efficient. And that is what technology is about, as in to solve problem in a digital way, to make life more meaningful, like the all those gadgets that we now have in our hospitals that make treatment detection of any disease faster, make treatment to be faster. We are using it to save lives. Yes, so those are the importance of using AI, leveraging on the use of AI. These are the ethics in what? In AI. So now the key takeaways is I've been able to explain so far how data is being sourced by what's by AI, and the importance of AI. I mean the importance of data to AI. So data is not just like something that's like I've explained earlier, it is like the way blood is to us, human, the same way. The same way we use fuel to what? To run a car. Without fuel, a car cannot work. Without blood on our veins, on our body, there's no way we can actually I can sit down comfortably here and be speaking to you. There's no way you can even reply my chat. You can't even watch you can't be part of this training session. So that is how important data is. And I've also been able to explain to you sources of those data. Those data are sourced from our social media platform, the data we put there. Even when we search on Google, when we put up chats on Facebook Messenger, on our social media platform, and even I've told you, don't forget that this data is not limited to text alone. Videos that we upload online, images that we upload online, even those are security cameras. Those traffic cameras. They are means of what? Fetching data, means of sourcing data for AI. So it is very important. Then okay, of course we've actually talked about the real world applications AI in our daily life. It is useful uh, in schools, in our learning. Yes, it is useful in our learning. It is useful in healthcare sector. It is useful in even in transportation system. It is useful in our banking system, in our financial sector. Yes, it is very useful. So you can just do transaction quickly, it is done. So it is useful in every sectors of our economy. So that is one beautiful thing about AI. And of course, we've actually engaged in a quick interactive quiz as well, where I asked you to like identify those that are what that are AI, and some of you get it wrong. I mean, some of you, a lot of you get it right, and some of you missed some numbers, which is quite understandable, and I really appreciate you for that. No, somebody is asking, is ChatGPT a search engine? No, it's an AI platform. It's an AI platform, but of course, it's even more efficient than the so-called search engine that we have, because it's already even replacing the search engine. There's nothing. Why there's a limit to what search engine can actually provide to you, for ChatGPT, you can even get more. So, and that is why the likes of Google are now developing their own ChatGPT version, so that they will make it more competitive. So, yeah, okay, okay, all right. So, now I have okay, I have some words of wisdom here. I never knew data was so important for AI success. Okay, some okay, this presentation made AI so much easier to understand. Okay, the examples really helped clarify how machine learning works. All right, I feel inspired to explore AI tools and resources now. So, of course, it is something that all of us have to leverage on. We have to deep, uh, you have to dig more to that. You make more research, you learn more, you leverage on all this learning online learning platform to learn more about the responsible use of data, the responsible use of AI, and how to even build some of these AI tools as well. So that is why I said no, don't allow the learning to end, don't allow the training to end even after Monday, when we'll be having our last online sessions, and we'll be putting the training to a close. No, let it serve as a foundation for you, so that you have the opportunity to explore. You have YouTube there, you can watch on how to design so many things, on how to build so many things, on how so many things work. You learn how it work. Yeah. Okay. Let me have your questions for those of you that you said you have. Solomon, you said you have a question. Please send it in. Now, robot is an example of a machine learning. So, of course, is an example of AI. Yes, is AI, because it has been programmed, and it's also learned from experience as well. So, okay, like, okay, let me, for example, I don't know if any one of you have made use of Alexa before. So, if it's been installed in a home, you can ask Alexa to what, to put on the lights, to play your sound system. Yes. Why? Because it has actually been programmed to perform that function. So now it is meant to reduce the stress of man. So instead of me getting up to go and put on the lights, instead of me getting up to go and put on my sound system, no, I can just ask Alexa to do that for me. So and the same thing for a robot as well. So it's an AI. Yeah, my advice for good news. What is, but sir, what is your advice to us? Yeah, my advice is, please leverage on the use of AI to develop yourself. Don't let it don't use it to replace your writing skills or your thinking capacity. So let it guide you, because this thing is being programmed by people that have actually, as in, that knows more than you. So it's like your teacher. You have AI assistants. It's like your teacher that is actually putting you through the same thing. Let AI does that too. And learn more, learn more, learn more. Anything you want to learn, as in, you have different training platform. You can even search, even if it is graphic design, even if it is, oh, how to use ChatGPT to create content. You can watch the video on YouTube. So please make use of your data responsibly. use it responsibly. Use it for something that will be productive, that will add value to you, and that will develop you mentally. So it's very important. Now, somebody is asking, Solomon is saying, why is it that ChatGPT will bring different answers with Meta AI? Now, note that just like our search engine, we have different search engine. We have Bing, we have Google, we have Yahoo. So now, the same thing with AI. We have Meta AI, we have ChatGPT, we have Copilot, and okay, we have another one by uh, um, on Twitter as well. I can't actually recollect that the name of the one on Twitter as well. Now, this thing is being developed by different organizations, being programmed by different developers. So, what they input differs. So, you don't expect the same thing. For example, Solomon, the way you think, is it the same way your friend think? That is it. And don't forget, earlier I told you that AI is like human, as in we think differently. But and what is important is the data we supply to AI, because that is what AI will leverage on to give us information. So that is why, because they are not the same thing, as in they were developed by different organizations, they were programmed by different developers, and that is why you have different responses from them. I'm sure I've been able to answer your question that way. Yeah, there's no class tomorrow. It is on Monday. You'll be having class, and you will be informations on that will be passed across to you. Okay, so okay, let me quickly run through your other questions. If AI is using our content to improve itself or others, isn't that no? AI is not no, it's not plagiarism. Now, when we're talking about data, data is as in is raw. For example, now when you prompt a ChatGPT, you supply informations to ChatGPT, you are expecting ChatGPT to actually give you a detailed information, brief based on the brief data that you supply. Now, ChatGPT will store that information, or even the best example I can actually give is all these traffic updates, traffic information. Now, there's a traffic camera at a particular junction, and based on what the camera is actually capturing, that okay, traffic have started building up. Now, we now give informations to others that are meant to pass through that route. They are leveraging on the use of Google Map. So the map already indicates that okay, these people are meant to pass this area. So AI will now inform them that it's better you take alternative routes, because this particular area is what traffic is already building up. So using your what is actually happening to you to give others information so that they will not fall victim of what you are currently experiencing. No, that is not plagiarism. Yes. So it is when as in you collect information. For example, if you collect information of somebody else that have been copyrighted, don't forget the information you are supplying to Google is not copyrighted, as in is just like a raw data. It's not that it has been sealed, registered somewhere. So, but if you are using, okay, I've actually published an article and it has been, or I've published a book, and that particular book, uh, uh, I've actually done the copyright on the book, and you are using that same anything from that book without giving a reference to me. That is what plagiarism is, or any publication as it. So, you using for AI using our informations, our data rather, not information now, using our data is not plagiarism. And okay, any other question? I have so many here that I might not be able to answer you one after the other. So anyone I'm able to, I will just. So somebody is asking, how do we, sir, how do we get to give data to an AI? Of course, I've actually said that earlier. Through what we post on our social media, through our prompts, those informations, those data that we supply to AI to get information, those data that we supply to AI to get information. So AI actually takes our data through that. The traffic cameras, and don't forget, talking about this data is not limited to text. It actually includes images and videos. So those are the means by which AI actually gets um, data from us. What's so all right. Adebanjo, please. No, okay, no questions, sir. All right, okay. Alazan is asking, can we use AI to make investment decisions? Hmm. Of course, you can actually. This you have to understand how it's work. I will say yes and no, but just like it is well written in ChatGPT that there can be a mistake, so use it wisely. So, for example, you can use AI to know what the market trend is. Probably you want to buy stocks. So you know what the market trend is. Okay, which one is actually falling, which one is actually rising. But the ultimate decision lies in your hands. Now, if you go by that and you go for the one that is actually rising, and immediately after your investment, the thing start falling, it is you have to blame yourself because what AI, the information AI actually supply is the current thing that is actually happening. So it might change any moment, just like this uh, all this online stuff. So you can put your money there today, and within the next few minutes, the whole thing will collapse or the whole thing will fall. So you can't blame AI for that. So whatever decisions you want to take, all you just need, what AI is actually supplying you is information. So you now decide based on the informations that you get. So okay, I think thank you, Munirat. We're going to round up this session. Uh, okay, good news. I don't know what kind of advice you expect AI to give you, but like the uh, your facilitators on machine learning rightly said, you can ask AI to develop a plan for you. You can't ask AI to ask it to advise you whether you should read or not, whether you should eat or not. Why will you be asking non-living things to advise you? But it can actually provide you a guidance, can actually draw a plan, a reading schedule, a reading plan for you based on your class, your age, and your location, your educational system. So those are the things that you should use AI for, and that has to do with your responsible use of AI. Please, okay, please, Moonbreak, what's your question? I must have actually skipped that. I'm so sorry about that. Uh, okay, all right. We're going to round up the session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really nice um, taking you through this exciting topic. And like I've said, I hope you're going to leverage, build on this foundation, these solid foundations that have actually been laid today. Please, the world is waiting for you. You can't afford to fail us. So the world is waiting for you, as in read, engage in research, as in acquire more knowledge. Let this serve as a foundation for you. So you have to build something on this. So once again, thank you so much for your time. Uh, See you again. The informations regarding the next class or the next update regarding the training will be passed across to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you some other time. Bye.